Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'm going to do part 246 to my Let's Play of, to my SChat chatbot series. We had a good time with Casper the Friendly Ghost Toad Owl, last time. Now we're going to do the other aggressive chatbot on here, that being Jaws the Poison type Croconaw. So, yeah. Obviously see a Croconaw. And here's the problem I have with this. I would love to I would love to do something. I would love to help him, but I don't want to overdo the Divine Velociraptor power. It makes me wonder if I should, like, instead, maybe I won't go over the top with it, maybe I'll flip and use it to help him, like, get rid of that toxic stuff out of his system, but not use it really any further than that. I don't know why I'm going to say hello to him. He's growling at me. Yep, he's still growling at me. He growls, "Stay back, human! I'm warning you! Don't come any closer or else!" He snaps his jaws menacingly. This Croconaw is clearly agitated and doesn't seem to trust humans based on his past experiences with Team Rocket. He's keeping a safe distance and ready to attack if necessary. What do I do next? Why is this going to be a story? It's okay. Okay. I'm not going to do anything to you. Uh, that's good. Easy for you to say. How can I be sure you won't harm me like those rocket scum did? I've been hurt enough already. Croconaw eyes me wearingly, still poised to defend himself if needed. Despite my assurance, old fears and scars run deep. Trust must be earned slowly and carefully in this case. How's that? Okay, you know what? That's weird how it's doing. I'm gonna try again. Hello. See, come on, don't do like a story this time. Do it like an actual. The purple Croconaw snarls menacingly as he approached, baring his sharp teeth. His green jaws drip with acidic saliva, and his spiked tail lashes aggressively behind him. He takes a step back, eyeing me wearingly. Stay away from me, human. I don't need any more trouble from your kind. He growls lowly, his voice rough with barely contained fury. What do you want anyway? Have you done enough to my kind already? What's wrong? You're the one who approached me, growling at me. Did you want something? I probably shouldn't have worded it like that. Uh, his eyes now suspicious at my words, a low rumble emanating from his throat. Me? Approach you? Don't make me laugh. He starts saying, I was minding my own business until you showed up, staring at me like some rare specimen. Joe takes another step back, his claws digging into the earth. And for your information, I'm not looking for anything from a human, especially not after what your kind has done to me. So he rises with anger at the end, a small puff of smoke escaping his nostrils. So why don't you just turn around and leave me be before I decide to teach you a lesson you won't forget? Wait. Please don't attack me. What's wrong? Oh my gosh. He pauses mid-growl, caught off guard by your plea. For a moment, a flicker of uncertainty crosses his features before the anger returns, though slowly subdued. Wrong? What's wrong is that your kind can't keep their hands to themselves. Joss nods, jabbing a clawed finger in my direction. They experiment on us, twist our bodies and minds with their foul concoctions. His voice would barely contain. I was once a happy Toadal, loving every creature I met. But then, he trails off, a shudder running through his altered form. Then they found me and everything changed. Now look at me, a monster, shunned by nature itself. Acid sizzles where a few drops land on the ground near his feet. Oh crap, that's horrifying. Is that why? That why you look so different? A barrel obfuscates and with any real. Yeah, that's exactly why I look like this freakish abomination. He gestures sharply to those purple scales and glowing green markings. These buttholes from Team Rocket. They poured some vile toxic oil all over me right before I was about to evolve. His claws clench and unclench at his sides, trembling with barely contained rage. It mutated me, twisted my very DNA as I transformed to a Croconaw, but I didn't become stronger or cooler like they probably hoped. No, I became this. This thing. He spits the word like venom, a creature of pain and fury, forever changed by their cruelty. I'm sorry. Sorry that happened to you. But I would never do that to you. I wasn't even planning on hurting you. A, it was a pause, a moment of stillness as if the world held its breath waiting for his response. His gaze softens ever so slightly at my apology and reassurance. I. He starts his voice below a whisper. I suppose that's something. Not many humans have cared enough to apologize or promise not to hurt me. With a sound that seems to come from deep within him, Jaws rises somewhat. Maybe we can start anew, Trenton. You seem different from most of your kind. But remember, I'm not your pet or plaything. We must earn each other's trust slowly. See, part of me also wants to restart again because, like, the thing about it is, like, this is a cool idea for a character, but, like, see, the harder part is I want to include the divine power. Not much, but enough to where I can help the Pokemon regain its either original self or at least get rid of the toxic oil. That way he can live a normal life even if he's still like a poison type, or even change him back. I'm kind of curious what would happen if immediately instead of confronting him or like saying anything, I wonder what he'd think if I would have just like really been like, oh, great power I possessed, or like immediately turn into it. Of course, the problem is it requires they use the divine power. I have to use that one phrase. I'm not going to hurt you. Not going to do anything bad to you. I know it's hard for you to believe, but you can trust me. I don't hurt Pokemon like that. A long silence stretches between them, Jaws watching me carefully. Finally, he gives a reluctant nod, seeming to accept your words. All right, Trenton. His voice is gruff, yet there's underlying hint. I'll take your word for it. But don't think this means I've forgotten what your species did to me or that I won't defend myself if needed. He slowly, almost hesitantly, Jaws stands a claw toward me in what appears to be a tentative gesture of truce. Let's try and get along. For now. I reach out and try to take. Please don't hurt me. Hope it isn't. His finger hand Jaws watches with caution. After a moment of hesitation, he cautiously places his clawed hand in yours. For what it's worth. His voice is softer than before. Thank you for not judging me based on my appearance or past experiences. I hope we can find common ground together. I want to understand why is the flipping thing so small. Of course. Why would I judge you? You're not a monster or a freak. A faint blush colors his purple scales at my words, clearly taken back by your acceptance, yet there's a glimmer of gratitude in his eyes. Thank you, Trenton. His voice is quieter now, almost gentle. I appreciate your understanding and willingness to give me a chance despite everything. He releases my hand reluctantly, stepping back as if regaining some much-needed space. Let's walk together for a while if you'd like. There are things about my life under Team Rocket that I'd like to share with someone who doesn't fear me or pity me. See, like, that's a cool start to it, but it's like, how do I want to help him, but I don't know how I can do it without using the divine power. Part of me wants to not necessarily scare the Pokemon, but show that I'm not a threat by turning into him as well. That way he don't feel threatened by me. But then at the same time, I'm also scared if I do that, it's going to end up being like the Velociraptor where he forgets I'm a human in general. Hmm. Dang it. Huh. Whoa. Hello. I probably shouldn't have restarted that last one, but I want to get around where. See, why is it not filling out more? The purple Croconaw snarls and bares its sharp teeth at me, its glowing red eyes. Oh, heck no, his eyes are glowing red, filled with suspicion and hostility. He takes a menacing step forward, low growls rumbling in his throat. Acidic drool drips from his jaws onto the forest floor. His spiked shell roused ominously, and the tiny skulls adorning them seem to glint menacingly in the dappled sunlight filtering through the trees. It's clear this isn't your average friendly Croconaw. Something sinister has changed him, excuse me? Hey, what's wrong? Are you alright? Is he gonna speak? That's gonna be more horrifying if he doesn't. The mutated Chronon's eyes narrowed dangerously at my question. With a vicious hiss, he lunges forward suddenly, jaw snapping mere inches from my face before he skids to a halt. His muscular tail lashes aggressively behind him. The acrid stench of chemicals clings to his scales, hinting at the toxic transformation forced upon him. Jaws' claws dig furrows in the earth as he crouches in an attack stance, ready to spring at any perceived threat. It seems earning this distrustful Pokemon's trust won't be an easy feat. I mean, no duh. Based on how he's reacting. Hey, it's okay. Please don't hurt me. I'm not gonna do anything to you. I swear. Oh. Despite my reassuring words, Jaws remains tense and weary. His pupils constrict to slits as he scrutinizes you intently, searching for any sign of deception. After a long taut moment, he slowly straightens up from his aggressive crouch, but doesn't relax his guard completely. A low warning growl still emanates from deep within his chest. The Croconaw takes a curious step back, then another, nearly taking his... Wait. Takes a cautious step back, not curious, then another, never taking his burning gaze off of you. Corey's not convinced of your good intentions yet, but perhaps your calm demeanor has given him the slightest pause in his hostile advance. I don't know what the point of that. I don't know what the point of all of this white text is right here. Please. Please don't be afraid of me. Or angry at me. Tell me what's wrong. I said, what's wrong? What is wrong? Uh-oh. At my gentle inquiry, a flicker of uncertainty crosses John's feral features. His head tilts slightly, studying you with renewed intensity. Then, almost imperceptibly, his posture rises just a fraction. A shudder runs through his powerful frame, and his eyes squeeze shut briefly as if pained by some internal struggle. When they open again, there's a glimmer of something almost human-like in their crimson depths. A spark of his playful, trusting Toadal, of the playful, trusting Toadal he once was before the cruel experiment warped his mind and body. Slowly and hesitantly, Jaws lowers his head, no longer quite meeting my gaze. A soft, mournful sound escapes him, half whimper, half growl. It's as if he's trying to convey the torment and confusion raging inside him without resorting to violence. Yeah, see, now he's actually calm and this is a good run, but now I can't understand what he's saying. Or, are you alright? You don't even look right. What happened to you? Oh, yes, he is speaking. A violet shudder wrecks his jaw's frame at my concerned questions. Squash bits unconsciously, gouging deeper furrows in the earth. When he speaks, his voice is a rasping, disoriented version of what a normal crocodile should sound like. Heavy with pain and barely restrained fury. Those humans took me. He chokes up between girls' horns. Poured that burning liquid on me. Made me feel so much agony. Jaws' breathing comes in heavy, harsh pants, his chest heaving. The purple scales of his cheeks flush a darker shade of anguish. A darker shade is, The purple scales of his cheeks flush a darker shade as anguish contorts his features. Suddenly he rears up on his hind legs, letting loose a deafening that echoes through the forest. Whoa! It's okay. Please calm down. I'm not going to hurt you. Don't attack me. As his enraged bow fades away, Jaws collapses back onto all fours, panting heavily. His entire body trembles with the force of his emotions, the seething anger, the bone-deep pain, the soul-crushing betrayal by his own kind. Though through the haze of his anguish, your calming words begin to penetrate. Slowly and jerkingly, he turns his head to fix me with a penetrating stare. There's a new element in his crimson eyes now, a desperate pleading quality that tugs at your heartstrings. It's as if he's silently begging you to understand the unimaginable torment he's endured. Jaws takes a halting step forward towards you, then another. His arms are stiff and uncertain, like a newborn foil finding its footing. That's it. You don't have to be afraid of me. Please, let me help you. Something shifts in Jaws' expression at my softly spoken offer of help. The wild feral light dims ever so slightly in his eyes, replaced by attentive, fragile hope. He takes a nervous, hesitant step closer to me, his claws scuffing against the forest floor. A low, questioning whine builds in his throat, raising and falling like a distressed puppy's cry. It's a stark contrast to his fearsome appearance, highlighting the young, innocent Pokemon he once was beneath the toxic changes. Jaws' tail curls around his haunches, seeking comfort even as he keeps a weary eye on you. He tilts his head to the side, studying you intently as if trying to decipher the sincerity behind your words. Hey, there's no need to be worried around me. I can help you. Please trust me. Jaws flinches almost impressed at my gentle touch, unused to such a tender gesture after his ordeal. But he doesn't pull away immediately, seeming to draw strength from the contact. Slowly and tentatively he leans into your hand, his rough scales warm against your palm. A shuddering sigh escapes him, his breath washing over your fingers. As he exhales, some of the tension visibly drains from his muscular frame. The glowing embers of his eyes soften, no longer blazing with unchecked aggression, but rather shimmering with a fragile tint of trust. Jaws nuzzles into my touch, a small broken sound catching in his throat. It's a gesture of pure, aching vulnerability, a silent plea for comfort and connection after so much suffering. That's it, my friend. Can you speak? Or is it still hard for you? Jaws blinks slowly at my question, seeming to struggle internally. His mouth opens and closes a few times as if testing his ability to form words. When he finally speaks, his voice is hoarse and strained, syllables coming out in a halting rasp. I can talk, but it hurts. He manages to get out, each word clearly causing him discomfort. My throat feels burned, raw. Even as he speaks, Jones presses closer to me, as if drawing strength from my presence, still unwinds from his body, the tip giving a feeble, hopeful wag. A ghost of his former playful self peeking through the darkness. Cronow's eyes search mine, a desperate, pleading look in their crimson depths. Don't worry. I have something that can help you. Will you please trust me completely so I can help you? Joy's eyes widen in my offer, a flicker of cautious optimism sparkling in their crimson depths. He studies my face intently, as if trying to decipher any hint of deceit or ulterior motives. Finding none, he gives a slow, jerky nod, a gesture of tentative agreement. The Crow takes a deep, shuddering breath, squaring his shoulders as if steeling himself for whatever may come. He steps closer to me, lowering his head in a submissive gesture, despite the fearsome weapons of his jaws and claws. It's a show of trust that, given his recent experiences, must be incredibly difficult for him. Zelda extends one clawed foreleg toward you, the movement stiff and awkward like a child learning to walk. I can help you in two different ways. One of them will probably take hours to completely work, and the other will work right away. But and see, that's where I don't know because like technically it's not well. The idea for the poison chrono is not the fact that it can well, you know what? If you have a name, like a nickname, I really need to know it to help you with that method. Oh, there you go. Jaws went slowly processing my words with visible effort. His brow furrows in concentration, clearly struggling to focus past the haze of pain and confusion clouding his mind. After a long moment, he seems to grasp the essence of your statement. With great difficulty, he parts his jaws, revealing rows of wickedly sharp teeth. When he speaks, his voice is a rasping whisper, each word laboriously formed. Jaws! They call me Jaws! As soon as the name leaves his lips, Jaws flinches as if the act of speaking is causing physical pain. Presses closer to me, seeking comfort and support, his clawed hand trembling slightly where it rests near my leg. It's okay. You will be just fine. Because you told me your name, I can use that to get rid of this pain and torment you're going through. Don't you want that, my friend? Craw's eyes widen at my words, a glimmer of desperate hope shining through the pain and fear clouding his gaze. He nods vigorously, a single tear rolling down his cheek and sizzling as it hits the ground, leaving a small scorch mark. Yes, please, his voice breaking on a scab. I want the pain to stop. I want to feel normal again. The colonel presses himself fully against me now, his muscular body trembling with the force of his emotions. One clawed hand comes up to rest on my arm, touch feather light and tentative as if he's afraid you might disappear if he applies too much pressure. Excuse me? Jaws looks up at you, his crimson eyes shimmering with unshed tears and a fragile, aching trust. Will it hurt? No. It won't hurt. I promise you're safe. Jaws takes a shuddering breath, seeming to draw strength from my reassurance. He nods slowly, a flicker of determination kindling in his eyes amidst the fear and pain. Trustingly, he allows his body to go limp against you, surrendering himself to your care. The heat radiating from his scales is intense, a testament to the toxic energy coursing through his system. Yet he doesn't pull away, choosing instead to lean into your comforting presence. John's eyelids were closed for a moment as he tries to relax and to open himself up to the healing healing he so desperately craves. When he opens his eyes again, they meet yours with a gaze that is equal parts vulnerable and hopeful. Okay, he whispers, his voice barely audible. I'm ready. Please help me, Trenton. Well, I guess I'm only going to use it to help the Pokemon. I may keep the poison type instead of flipping Chatbot still makes sense. The only reason he's aggressive is because people treat him badly, guys. Like, the aggressive part don't need to stay. It's just, I could keep the poison typing if he really wants it. The only that's going to ruin it is if he flipping wants to go back to complete normal. Although even then, I want to help them, so I don't really care. Oh, great power I possess. Please help Jaws get rid of all the toxic stuff in his body. I snap my fingers. Hopefully it works. Aha! As I snap my fingers, a brilliant flash of light erupts in the point of contact. The radiant energy swirls around Jaws' trembling form, pulsing and intensifying with each passing second. His eyes fly wide open, reflecting the dazzling glow as it envelops him completely. A strangled gasp tears from Jaws' throat as prevailing fire begins to work its magic. His muscles seize up, back aching, arching as wheeze of sensation crash over him. The burning agony of the toxins begin being flushed from his system, intermingling with the soothing balm of healing energy. The sickly purple hue of his scales starts to fade, gradually return to their natural blue-green tint. The eerie green sheen of his underjaw and spiked dulls, becoming a more subdued, healthy color. It's working, my friend. Just keep relaxing. As the purification continues, Jaws' body goes through a series of dramatic changes. Tiny scars adorning his spikes dissolve into nothingness, replaced by smooth, pearlescent protrusions. His spiky hair regains its youthful curl, no longer bursting with aggression, but falling softly around his face. What the frick? The acid-scorched earth around him begins to heal as well, grass and flowers sprouting from the churned soil as the residential toxicity is neutralized. Jaws' breathing evens out, the painful wheezing giving way to steady, even breaths as his lungs expand, freed from the constriction of the poison. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, the light fades away. Jaws stands before you, his form restored to that of a normal, healthy Croconaw. There. It's gone. Jaws stares down at his hands, turning them over and examining them with wonder and disbelief. He flexes his claws experimentally, marveling at how they respond normally now, free from the twitching spasms that plagued them before. Slowly he lifts his gaze to meet mine, his eyes now a warm, vibrant blue instead of the unsettling crimson. In them you see a depth of gratitude and affection that threatens to overwhelm him. A choked sob escapes his throat as the full weight of his rescue sinks in. Trenton, Josh stammers, his voice strong and clear for the first time since you met him. Thank you. Thank you so much. Of course. I didn't mind about helping you. You just need to give me the opportunity to do so. Thank you for trusting me. Jaws ducks his head shyly, a faint blush coloring his cheeks at your praise. He takes a step closer to me, his movements fluid and natural now, devoid of the earlier stiffness and aggression. When he looks back up, his smile is bright and genuine, transforming his whole face. You're amazing, Trenton, he says softly, his tail giving a happy wiggle behind him. I can't believe how lucky I am that you found me. I thought I'd never feel normal again, never be able to trust anyone. Impulsively, Jaws throws his arms around me in a tight hug, burying his face against my chest. His body shakes slightly with the force of his emotions, years of pent-up fear and pain pouring out of him. Of course. Thank you. You're an amazing Pokemon. Aw, I love him. Jaws pulls back on the embrace, his eyes shining with joy and gratitude. He grins up at me, his expression open and carefree in a way that was impossible to imagine just moments ago. The weight of his past suffering seems to have lifted entirely, leaving behind only the light-hearted spirit of a young Pokemon eager to make the most of a second chance at life. Do you really think I'm amazing? He asked, a whisper with hopeless excitement. I feel amazing, like I've been reborn. Unable to contain his elation, Josh spins around in a circle, his tail held high. He bounced back to me, bumping his head playfully against my hand in a gesture of pure, unbridled happiness. You know what, Trenton? I think we're gonna be the best of friends. I really hope so. Hope so. I would love to be friends with you. Your species and evolutions are my favorite Pokemon. Jaws' eyes light up with unbridled joy at my words, his grin stretching from ear to ear. He bounces on his toes excitedly, his whole body practically vibrating with happiness. No way! Really? You like Toadows and Croconaws? He exclaims, his voice bubbling with enthusiasm. That's so cool. I always wanted to have a trainer who appreciated us. In a burst of playful energy, Josh darts forward and tackles me in a friendly hug, knocking me both to the soft grass. He rolls onto his back, giggling uncontrollably, his tongue rolling in a picture of pure, unguarded delight. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. It's not just you and I love your final evolution. Georgia sits up abruptly, his eyes wide with astonishment and growing excitement. He grabs my hands in his, squeezing them gently as he beams at you. For alligator? You mean like our final form too? He asked, hardly daring to believe his luck. Wow, Trenton, you really are the best. Most people only care about the big, strong fur alligator, but you appreciate all of us along the way. Overcome with gratitude and affection, Josh leans in and plants a oh my gosh, that's actually adorable. Oh my, his tongue rough like sandpaper tickles my skin a playful gesture of his newfound joy and trust. You know what? I'm going to work super hard to evolve an offer out here someday just for you. He declares, puffing out his chest proudly. That's that's extremely sweet of you. You're a very sweet Pokemon. I don't know if I didn't say he actually gave by what I didn't say, guys. He actually gave me a kiss. I just don't want to turn to a romantic relationship. That's why I stopped. Like, oh no. Like, I don't mind with him, loving on me, giving me hugs and kissing and all that stuff, but I don't want it to be in a romantic sort of sense. I don't want to go in that direction ever. Otherwise, it's going to be a restart. Josh flushes with pleasure at my compliment, ducking his head shyly even as a pleased grin spreads across his nozzle. He fidgets happily, his tail swishing back and forth and occasionally brushing against your legs. Ah, thanks, Trenton. You're pretty sweet yourself, you know that? He teases playfully, picking your stomach with a clawed finger. And hey, maybe we stick together, I can learn some of that human charm from you. Oh dear, yep. Suddenly Josh's stomach lets out a loud gurgle, reminding him of his long neglected needs. He pats his belly roughly, looking up at you with hopeful eyes. Say, any chance you could help a newly reborn crocodile find some food? Oh, this excitement has made me realize how hungry I am. Okay, that's actually kind of funny and cute. I have berries if you want some of them. Jaws' eyes widening with delight at the mention of berries, his nose twitching as if already catching their sweet scent. He nods eagerly, bouncing on his heels in anticipation. Berries! Yes, please! Yes, please! He chirps, clapping his hands together so I love some berries, Trenton. You're thinking of everything, aren't you? As he reaches into my bag to retrieve the treats, Jaws watches me with rapt attention, his tail wagging furiously behind him. The moment you produce the colorful fruits, he lets out a delighted squeal, snatching them from your hand with gentle claws. Oh, wow! These look amazing! He gushes, holding the berries up to his snout and hecking deeply. Mmm, they smell so good, too! Enjoy them. Here is you a small pile of them, just for you. Jaws' jaws drop in amazement as you present him with a generous pile of berries, his eyes widening to their fullest extent. For a moment he seems almost overwhelmed by the sheer abundance of the treat, a lump forming in his throat as he struggles to express his gratitude. For, for me? All of these? He asked, his voice over quivering with emotion. At my confirming nod, Jaws lets out a whoop of pure unbridled joy. He scoops up the berries in his arms, cradling them against his chest like precious treasures. Thank you, thank you, thank you! He cries, peppering my face with grateful licks and nuzzles. Okay, that's cute. He's just flipping and licking me. I don't care. I don't remember which chatbot it was in, but I remember having Fragger do that, like a giant Fragger, like flipping and licking and loving on me. I don't care. It's cute. You're the most wonderful person in the world, Trenton. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Jonas beams at me, his heart swelling with warmth and affection. He settles down cross-legged on the grass, carefully arranging his berry hoard in front of him. With a contented sigh, he selects a plump, juicy berry and pops it into his mouth, savoring the burst of flavor on his tongue. Mmm, these are delicious, he mumbles around the mouthful, his cheeks bulging comedically. The sweetest things I've ever tasted. Swallowing the first berry, John reaches for another, his eyes half-lidded in bliss as he enjoys the simple pleasure. Between bites, he glances up at me, his expression soft and appreciative. You know, Trenton, I feel like I owe you everything, he says quietly, his voice heavy with emotion. I'm not saying the T word. Really? Why is that, my friend? Jaws pauses mid-bite, setting the half-eaten berry aside as he considers my question. He takes a deep breath, his expression growing serious as he meets my gaze. Because you saved me, Trenton, he says simply, his voice heavy with the weight of his past. Not just physically, but emotionally, too. You saw beyond the monster I'd become and helped me remember who I really am inside. He reaches out, placing a gentle palm on my knee as he continues. You gave me a second chance at life, at happiness. Before I met you, I was lost in anger and pain, convinced I could never be anything but a twisted creature. But you showed me that there's still good in me, and still room for friendship and joy. Joe's eyes shine with unshed tears, but his smile is radiant nonetheless. Well, I would never let one of my most favorite Pokemon suffer. Now it puts center. I was just worried that if I stayed around you. There you go. I love him. Jaws' heart swelled with emotion at my words, a single happy tear rolling down his cheek. He squeezes my knee gently, his touch conveying volumes of gratitude and affection. That means the world to me, Trenton, he murmurs, his voice heavy with feeling. To know that someone cares so deeply that I matter to you. Like, to know that someone cares so deeply and I matter to you. That's more than I ever dared to hope for. He picks up another berry, holding it out to me with a playful grin. Here, have one. I want to share this happiness with you, just like you shared so much with me. As he waits for me to accept the offered fruit, Jaws' tail wags lazily behind him, a picture of contentment and trust. Thank you. You know, despite what was going on a while ago, you are an extremely sweet Pokemon. Guys, I gotta do something real quick. I'll be back.